It's that time again, FPV Highlight and Spotlight, and today I've got a special guest for you, Chris, all the way out from Connecticut. So without further ado.
Hi guys, how are you? My name is Chris Gaglione. I am an FPV pilot from West Haven, Connecticut. I was flying aerial photography, you know, like the DJI Phantom, the Mavic, stuff like that, and I always saw these other guys flying these FPV drones, and I always found that really amazing. So I decided to get my first one. I took a look at a couple different remotes, and a lot of people had FR Sky at the time, and that was really popular. So I decided to, buy my FR Sky. I held a couple controllers like the X9D and stuff like that, the Tandem, those were cool, but the Tandem was really expensive. It's very similar to this one. This is the FR Sky Tyrannus QX7. And I got an XJT module in the back. So I chose this style remote because I feel the grips in the back, they align my fingers perfect. I happen to be a pincher over a thumber. Some people like the gaming style controllers, and I mean, it is what it is. Everybody tries their thing. This happens to be the thing that I saw was perfect for me. All right, so as far as my quads go, I'm really big on freestyle quads. I have a couple racing quads as well, but just the heavier feel of a freestyle quad with like something big like a 1500 mAh 6S, some 600-700 grams, whatever it is. The heavier quads, they just feel nicer to me. This one right here, this is the iFlight Nazgul. This thing comes with a 45 amp all-in-one ESC, obviously iFlight. It comes with a 600 milliwatt VTX, iFlight flight controller, stuff like that. This guy right here, this is my baby. I actually just built this one. This was like a spur of the moment thing for 4th of July. So I found this frame on Amazon. I had extra iFlight motors on this. Oh, by the way, this is a 220 millimeter HV frame. The iFlight motors are Zing. They are 2207 1900 kV. So for 6S, I've always liked the higher kV. Now, kV means obviously per volt, you're getting more revolutions per minute on a 1900 opposed to something like a 650, 1700 or so is I believe the average for 6S. But yeah, it doesn't have as much initial punch, but the 1900 kV motors are still really amazing. A lot of top end. Here's the cool thing about this hobby. They're always innovating, which is very important, and they're trying to make everything as simplistic as possible for a lot of these newer pilots. And I believe this particular board is a Racerstar Star F7. Now, this is a flight controller and ESC board all in one. So now, opposed to like the iFlight, you see like a stack of 3 different electronics, ESC on the bottom, flight controller in the middle, VTX on top. This is the ESC and the flight controller built into one. Now, I was really hesitant because obviously if it's a flight controller and ESC built into one, God forbid you blow an ESC, guess what? You got to replace the whole board. But that's not necessarily the case as far as being hesitant. You really shouldn't. Now, I've pushed this thing so damn hard. This is a 40 amp BL Heli 32 ESC built into this. So I mean, this thing right here, they're unbelievable. It's minimal soldering. And you're basically just soldering up your VTX and your motors, and you're good to go. This is a Panda RC. It's an 800 milliwatt VTX camera. I mean, this is like a Foxier 600 TV line. It's a cheap camera. It's the only one that I really had laying around just to complete the build. All right, we're going to do a little bit of line of sight now with America drone. definitely feels really good. A couple tuning things that I got to work out. It was acting a little snappy on certain movements, but my roll was perfect. So, I mean, that's just, all that is really PID tuning. You go into beta flight, which if you guys don't know what beta flight is, it's basically, it's SpeedyBee on your phone, actually. It's the same thing. It's an app that we all use to, you know, program and tune your FPV drones. And it's, you know, it's really helpful. I'm actually still pretty new to the hobby, but, you know, I'm trying to learn everything as fast as I possibly could. I've been in it since probably December, and it's July, and I'm a full-time UPS guy, so I don't really have too much time. I do as much as I could, you know, with the time that I got. That's all I got, man, you know? Just a guy from West Haven, Connecticut, looking to, you know, start a couple new hobbies. Found this one, and it's terrific. I mean, if I could meet more people to get into the hobby, that'd be the coolest thing in the world to me, to fly with a bunch of different guys. That'd be great.
That was some exciting stuff, and seeing Chris fly just first person view, not using the goggles, that's crazy. I know a lot of FPV pilots like myself that can only fly with the goggles on, but Chris is definitely putting out some work over there, and in some tight spaces with trees and stuff. That was pretty amazing. Chris, thanks for sharing your setup, your drones with us, and I hope you guys enjoyed the series today, and look out for more right here on this channel. With that being said, give me a huge thumbs up. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you get notified when we have more FPV highlights. With that being said, I will catch you guys whenever I can. Make sure you become a Patreon, guys. Big benefits to Patreon. Get direct access to me. Any questions? I'm right here on Patreon. Support this channel, and there's benefits. Last Mini 2 went all the way to the UK.